Good morning and welcome to Mayor's Weekly. Pleased to be with you today, and I want to talk about probably three things that all informational and things that I feel like the people of this city need to know. And the first two things, we track Facebook, not to see a lot of what goes on there, but if things pop up relating to city government, we need to know about that, and if a response is in order, then we provide a response. But as far as being an active player in that arena, we are not. Two things that popped up in the last week, and one is a person decrying the lack of activity at the Jasper Mall. Well, that's without merit, I can tell you. We shared with you some time back that a major retailer would locate there and would probably open in the fall, and that's real. Construction is underway. If you drive by, this construction is taking place within a building, so you don't see red steel in the sky, you don't see cranes, that sort of thing. But if you drive by what was formerly the location of J.C. Penney's, you'll see the doors open. You'll see dumpsters out front where the interior demolition is taking place and the refuse is being put out there to be hauled away. I think you'll hear an announcement from the corporate entity probably in the next couple of weeks. It would be detail the opening of this new entity and the timing and all the things that they'll do. As we've talked to the construction folks, it's their belief that it will open sometime in October, and certainly their construction work will be wrapped up in time for an opening to take place in late fall. Will this bring about revitalization of the mall? Nobody knows, but we know that this particular retail entity will be a big draw to our city, and it's certainly reasonable to believe that you'll see other good things happen there, but at this point it'd be pure speculation to say that'll happen. But we're talking about some 50,000 square feet of retail space. I've seen the building permit. Substantial monies are being spent to rehab this facility to accommodate this new retail entity. So rest easy if you think nothing's happening in the mall, because that's not the truth. The second thing we ran into, somebody wanted to know what the city of Jasper is going to do about the county's debt. Well, I don't mean to give you a short answer, but the answer is nothing. If you look in America, we have federal government, we have state government, we have county government, and we have municipal government. All have their distinct operating parameters, and one doesn't get in the other's way. We don't run the county don't run the city, we don't run the state don't run the city. So whatever's there at the county, and I don't know, that's not for me to be involved in. So no, the city will not be involved in dealing with the county debt, and it'd be highly improper for the leadership of this city to get involved in county government. It'd be highly improper for county government to get involved in city government. So hope you understand that, but if you're traveling on the belief that the city is going to handle somebody else's debt, it's just not going to happen. The next thing, probably 3 weeks ago, I announced 4 investment points for our city, and when I say investment points, I'm talking about the city of Jasper, investing in the city of Jasper. So important. Those 4 points are these. Look at a new sports plex, look at a new city hall, look at a major paving project, and setting aside a significant pool of money for industrial development. All 4 of those items, if they become a reality, and at this point in time, and let me reiterate, they have not been approved by the council, but the council has spoken favorable about the 4 investment points. And what's happening here is akin to the phenomenon of compound or interest. You have an investment that's paying you a dividend or whatever, and if you let that dividend flow back into that investment, the corpus becomes larger and in theory would spin off a greater return to you. It's just like that. We'll be plugging money into the city, things that will be good for the residents of this city, things that could help this city grow our tax base, and when our tax base grows, we can better fund fire departments, police departments, recreational activities, and that sort of thing. And that's a smart thing to do. And like I said, I really believe that these 4 items will become a reality. What the council has asked me to do, and the work is underway now, is to gather information on the cost of these 4 points, and that information is coming together nicely. It's coming together quickly, and I think I'll be in a position to report to the council within the next couple of 3 weeks. From there, a decision will be made if we go forward, and at the proper time, an announcement would be made that we will go forward with these 4 points. The Sportsplex, as it stands now, will most likely be located on property owned by the Jasper Industrial Development Board at the intersection of Charles Bishop Drive and the Industrial Parkway. The Industrial Development Board owns about 225 acres there, and there's a major housing development being looked at for the area as well. Both could be great adds for our city. As for the new City Hall, we have an architect working. We were in communication with the architect yesterday, and they've given us information about what they think it might cost to convert the shared auditorium to an administrative complex for the city. The numbers we received were in line with our thinking, so that's a plus. The next step is our architectural firm will go on site and make a detailed analysis on the structural integrity of that building, and if it can be retrofitted to be used as a city hall. The other 2 items, paving and the industrial development funds, those are easy enough from a number standpoint to understand. So pleased about those things. I hope you are. It's great to be in a position that we can invest in ourselves. And if you look at cities that are doing extremely well, one of the things you'll find is the cities invest in themselves. They grow things that are important to the city, things that will help them grow down the road. So I'm excited about that, and like I said, I think the 4 points that we've shared with you will become real, and that we can make an announcement on that hopefully in the next 60 days. Can't guarantee that. Depends on how this information comes together, but we think we know how it can all come together, and these projects will be fairly long-term projects. You build the Sportsplex, it's not something you go out and do in 90 days, probably a 12, 18-month project. City Hall could be a 18-month project. So, and contract administration is a very complex task. Certainly we would have professional help in that, but every day city leadership has to be involved in that, understand what's going on, and making sure that the taxpayer money flow to the projects timely and on a measured basis. So I'm excited about those things. I hope you are. I hope you have questions. You'll let us know. Going back to the Facebook things, like I said, we don't spend time on Facebook, but we see things that do relate to the city, then we need to address those and give you accurate information so you can understand what's going on. I always appreciate you being with us, and as always, we welcome your questions, and I can assure you we'll have a prompt answer. So I hope your day is good, and thank you again for being with us. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.